A really important characteristic of good leaders is that they have an ability to manage. Management is the freedom of life. Whatever you can manage well sets you free, and whatever you don't manage well begins to control you. For example, if you don't manage your money well, your money and your lack of it will make all of your decisions. If you don't manage your health will begin to make all of your decisions. If you don't manage yourself in relationships, then struggling, painful relationships will begin to make all of your decisions. So when you look at someone, you begin to have a sense of, do they know how to manage well? Are they organized? And let me give you an example. Great leaders in management like Peter Drucker, who is now dead, who's considered the guru of management, and many others who have taught on management, you can shrink it down into 3 quick steps. Just to give you an example, I call it POD: prioritize, organize, and then discipline. You see, priorities are crucial. If you do not understand how to prioritize the issues that are before you, you'll work on the ones that you like. You'll work on the ones that you can solve quickly. But there are priorities that can sink ships. Let me make up a story as an example. The captain of the Titanic had a number of issues probably presented to him the hour they hit the iceberg. And that was that, the cook had burnt the food. There's going to be a delay over dinner. The entertainment were sick in their cabins. What do we do? The deck chairs weren't washed down from the salt. And there's icebergs in the water. Now, whichever problem he begins to work on determines longevity. It determines, whether they're even going to make it. So good leaders, there's a lot of stuff that screams at you. When I was a paramedic, when we got to an accident scene and I heard someone screaming, I actually went to them last, because in screaming they had breathing, good airway, they're probably conscious, and so some of my top 3 issues are already dealt with because they're screaming, and I would go to the silent ones because you don't even know if they're alive if they're silent. So good leaders know how to prioritize the issues that are in front of them and then organize all of the resources that they should in that area of priorities. And then D, they just get disciplined. These 3 things, you could put a whole bunch of structures and systems around them, but to bring it to its smallest area, he or she better understand management at its very basics. You better be prioritizing all the time, and then get organized around your priorities, and then stay disciplined, that when things begin to scream at you and emergencies begin to appear around you, that you know how to still keep to the correct priorities.